Now then, welcome back to the last of the Magic Farm 3 series, Nemsuns Farm. It's not yet Nemsuns Farm, it's more Nemsun's Tuscany Village. Nemsun's Tuscany Villa. Yeah, that's right. This is the final episode of preparation for the Druid's Tale to begin. And I just wanted to bring you in on this stage because I've had a lot of changing around. We've spent 2 episodes messing around with setting up the farms and automating the crafting of things, and I just wanted to mess around with it some more. So I'm sealing it in behind a room inside this area. And I wanted to show you what I'm up to before it gets all too overcomplicated with cables and things everywhere. And just try and do the last little bit. I don't want to spend the whole episode finishing it off. I want to go and do a few other things this episode. But I do want to spend some time finishing it off properly off camera. So let's at least go through it quickly with you. The crop planter is harvesting fruit. The fruit is coming from a transfer node up there across into this chest. So all fruit are now going into this one chest. That's the plan. I'm going to put the apples in there as well now. This crafting table is reading a 3x3 above it, 9 squares above it, to try and find out what the crafting recipe is. And then this transfer node is going to have a world upgrade in it to pull out the recipe, which will be basically a jelly. So I've changed it around a little bit. Okay, so we've got jelly, which is any fruit, a saucepan, and sugar. We've got the saucepan in that chest. We've got any fruit going into this chest, and we're going to have sugar going into this chest. The reason I've put it around this side, hopefully it still works, but I want to put a sugarcane farm up there. So sugarcane can get harvested. I might only just do 3 rows of sugarcane though, and have a planter receiving sugarcane as part of it, and then only sugar gets put into this chest over here. Which I will figure out in this little space over here later on. Try to keep it all as high up in the rafters as I can as well. This was my original idea, not to have it draping down onto the floor, but high up into the rafters. So that's going to be where sugar goes. I've currently run out of sugar cane, so I can't show you that in action anymore. But all the fruit from the farms are going to go there. And that's from this side. I'm also planning on using apples in there and have a little tree farm just above here. An oak tree farm. Just a single block, single tree with a single chopper. But the apples from that single chopper will be diverted to here. And the wood from that single chopper will be auto-processed into charcoal to power all of the workbenches and things like that. All the things that need charcoal power, it will then lead off to power it. And I'm thinking that instead of using transfer pipes for the charcoal, I will use item ducts for charcoal. So I'll have a charcoal system, wood comes down, saplings get burnt, and apples get put into a chest. And then the charcoal gets made, and the charcoal goes off into various different places with other pipes. That's the plan. That's the plan anyway, right? So this then puts jelly into this chest as it makes it, as it crafts it. This chest has got the cutting board, and this chest is going to receive peanut butter, and this chest is going to receive bread, and then this is going to craft out sandwiches of all varieties. The sandwiches are the cutting board, the peanut butter, the bread, and the jelly, and that's going to just make a chest load of sandwiches whenever the ingredients arrive. Getting the fruit, we've already told you that. That's the jelly making process, gets the jelly into there. The cutting board's just sitting in a chest there for the crafting recipe. Bread I'm putting into there. Peanut butter I'm going to come into there. The peanut butter, I was just going to finish that off now. We've already done it a few times, but I was just going to quickly finish that off now. Just being careful to bring it into this pipe only. I think, yeah, I think so. So, torch up there. I'll move the torch 1 block over. There we go. Going to have the transfer node pulling out the peanuts. I'm maybe going to put a filter on these so it only pulls peanuts out from this side. And that's going to go into, well, I'll put another transfer node just so we can see it better. I'm going to end up with another one of these production tables. That production table is going to be there. I'm going to get the upgrades so that it can auto transfer, but to start off with, we're just going to have a crafting table. Transfer for this crafting table will be to the left side is input, so it should start receiving peanuts, and that's just going to go in there with that. To make peanut butter, I need to put the auto crafting upgrade in there to give us that working, and then give it something to power it. I've got no fuel in that one. Have I got any fuel in that one right now? Yeah, I got some charcoal in that one. See, I've got to put all these automated charcoal systems in place. So now that'll make peanut butter. Okay, so the peanuts will come in from the farm, come into here, turn it into peanut butter, and then I can either auto eject or I can transfer node. And I think the transfer node is a bit cheaper, so I'll use transfer node. Yeah, still got a couple. Transfer node from here. I'll do it this side. Maybe not, because I want the farm here. So let's do it from this side. Transfer node from there. Bring it down one. Down two, why not? Across one there. Oh, come on. One piece short. Alright, let's take this one. It's not doing anything right now. Let's take that one. There we go. And there. So now the peanut butter will appear in here. I hope. Yeah. Oh, I've got to transfer out, haven't I? So transferring out is the other side. Okay. So on this side, I'm going to have output enabled. So now that transfer node should be able to pick him up. Yeah, that's it. And that moves the peanut butter over into this chest until the chest is full. Okay. So we've got the jelly going in. We've got the peanut butter going in. What's doing bread going in? Well, I'll put a rationing pipe on. I stand corrected, thanks to the comments, that a rationing pipe will just basically keep one stack of something in there. So I'm taking all of this out. Right? It'll only ever put one stack in. So whatever it produces will make one stack. I've got the same rationing pipe system down here where I'm going to keep a stack of bread in this chest. And I've got the same rationing pipe that should put a stack of bread in this chest here. That is a similar sort of situation to what I had previously for my raw beef and bacon sarnies and stuff, which is something I wanted to do. So I'm going to put toast into there, and I also think I'm going to put all that in there and that in there, and do a little burger recipe in here while I'm at it, just so I can pop along and take burgers. But I'm going to auto toast it in a bit. So we've got toast, we've got skillet, and we've got raw beef. Makes a burger. There we go. And I should be able to just craft a burger. Nom nom nom. There we go. And why did that fall out? I don't know. Shouldn't be falling out. Yeah, that's better. Didn't fall out. That's okay then. Alright, so I've got the burgers and the bread there. I can also have a thing for toast as well. I'm going to put that on there and have toast going into that. So let's take a few toast. Put them in there. Okay, and once again, just the underside bit of things I'm going to figure out. I mean, actually getting the toast and the meat in this thing is still going to be manual. I'm still going to have to put raw beef in there manually. But for now, that's a good thing. It's okay. I can take the bread from there, cook it, and toast it, and all that kind of stuff. I was thinking of putting another rationing pipe going into another one of these tables, but with a cooker in it, with a furnace in it, so that I've got a furnace upgrade one. So it'll take the bread as an equal. There's 4 ways to get bread, and it will then take it and put it into the toast here. And I might have that so that auto transfers into there. To put toast in there, ration toast into there. Don't know 100% just yet how I want to do it. I might want to split it and put this burger thing over this side. So I take toast from here, put it into there, and I've got meat coming up from various places to join it, and then auto-crafting around the place to turn the whole place into a nice little kitchen. And overall, we should have success. Once I've got the sugarcane up there, which means getting the seed sorted and putting sugarcane up there. Because the sugarcane's only got to turn into sugar, which is a nice simple process that I can do in one of the auto-crafting tables, then I should be able to have a good supply of sugar to keep up with the fruit. One thing that I've got problem with the recipe is that when you... Let's get... there it is, caramel. Recipe of caramel is sugar in a pan, while the jelly is sugar in a pan with fruit. So when the fruit runs out, the sugar and the pan is still there, so the sugar and the pan make caramel. So I just make caramel automatic crafting when there's no fruit in the system. So I've got 9 plants of fruit that should hopefully yield more fruit than 3 sugarcane will yield in sugar, to keep a steady supply. So the fruit will build up in here, and I can also then use the fruit to make fruit smoothies. There's also other uses like berry medleys and yeah, fruit salads and smoothies and just plain juices and stuff that we can use the excess fruit for. So once I've built up an excess fruit, because I'm only getting a 3 sugar per 9 fruit-ish, thereabouts, then the sandwiches should be a nice steady flow of all the sandwiches made of fruit. Should be. Hopefully. In theory. It's going to be a decent supply anyway, either way, isn't it? Decent supply of food. Constantly growing and all that. I've just got to get the tree farm sorted, but I'm not going to set up a chopper this episode for you. That sounds to me like you've probably already seen it before and would rather see some other new stuff. There we go. That'll set the bread off. Should never put more than a stack in there if I understand this right then. So I should only ever have a stack of each in there. This one round here was going to be an auto-crafting for bread. Because there's plenty of bread auto-crafting. Like mushrooms. I can throw mushrooms in there and craft mushrooms. The other thing was maybe having some other bits and pieces going into there, like a tofu farm. So tofu and mayo also works. There's lots and lots of food recipes. So I'm going to work on them as and when I need to. I might put that burger one on here instead. So I've got the burgers available. So I've either got burgers or sandwiches on the primary side where I come into the kitchen. Can either eat burgers or sandwiches. And if I want the less nourishing things, I come around the side here and start eating those. That might be a thing. Yeah, actually, I'll do that right now. I'm going to do that right now. So this is a shift right click, shift left click. There we go. Raw beef, skillet, and toast. There we go. And I can put that in there like that and put those away in there. It's toast, isn't it? Yeah, something like that. So I get burgers that way. That'll do us. Let's put that in there. There we go. And instead of bread going into it, I can have toast filtering into it. Yeah, that would work. And have the bread going somewhere else. I don't need the bread necessarily there then. I could eat bread separate, but I don't necessarily need that to happen like that, do I? And then this rationing can go straight into... it can go straight into another section. So it's either rationing there or it's rationing into the cooker to cook it into toast. Yeah, that works. I think. Yeah, that works. Yeah, that'll work. I'm just debating now whether that's going to work or not. And then the toast can also be turned into a couple of other food forms, and I might be able to put that on the side here to get the double toasted toast and things like that. Just so I've got nice, quick things to get and eat and stuff like that. But I'm just going to continue messing around with that until I've got it how I want. I will keep showing you during episodes in the future what we're doing. I've also taken down the tree farm from here because I've got far too much stuff now. This difficulty level's got up to 11.4, And I've got loads and loads of trees and stuff, and I'm not really thinking that I need to worry about it anymore. We got lots of clay being produced. I don't need any more, so I should probably turn that off now. I'll just stop stocking up the power supply. And we've got lots of little rooms that are still functioning. I've still got a basement down here to set up as well. Don't know if there's any mobs down here, actually. Nope. That's just the power supply. I haven't dug all this out. I haven't bothered digging all this out yet. I've just got some survivalist generators down there creating energy to keep this constant, which is good. I like. And then we've got to go over, well, the next sort of project, really, big project for building the place before we start using it as a druid's tail. I got a few floorboards to place and things like that. Got a little bit of a kitchen to set up just so I've got food when I start it. I would like to have some form of wall around the area. Not a massive outer wall, more just a sort of an inner wall. Just to secure the inner sanctum of the place. Okay, you've grown and not actually produced anything? Never mind. Yeah, like, this river is a very natural barrier. And so we're built against the river. But as soon as you get over to this bit, this section over here, I've cleared all the trees off it now. But we do have a large cliff face all the way around it. So I'm thinking of getting some sand together, keeping my sand supplies up, and starting to build around a little wall. I don't know if sand's the right material to use, really, but I suppose it's sort of in keeping with the whole thing. That little section there. Thinking of figuring out a little wall, only a couple of blocks tall, just enough to stop mobs from getting over it, but a little fancy wall that comes all the way around here. All the way around, so mobs can't jump up here and get to me. I'll light all inside the little mini wall, and I'll make little walkways through the wall whenever I need to go off to other areas. We're going to expand out into forests and onto the plains and across the river onto those areas to make lots of farms and things go on during the series. But I just want the simplest of basic defences, internal defences. So maybe the wall would run along here and follow that contour around and then go straight down that way. Just like a section for building houses and studies and towers and temples and all those kind of things that we're going to need. All of the core stuff that we're going to build as part of the base, as it were. And then outside of the wall, I might bring the wall along here. Outside of the wall is the big wide world, and I will do farms, automation of farms and things like that out there, but they will send items back to this inner sanctum, inner circle area. I just haven't exactly decided what shape and size I want it to be yet. Cool, little butterfly. Hey. I don't think that's a forestry one. I think that was Mo Creature's one, maybe. Yeah, and then I have a little, well, maybe a little big gate here, where the two walls will join together coming around this section, and maybe buttress it out a little bit. But I don't want it too high. I don't want it too big. So I need to get on with a load of that as well, building side of things, to finish that off. And also have the main road coming out here from the paths. And make it all look overgrown and sorted out and all that kind of stuff. But before then, oh, there's Doc 77 somewhere around me. What are you doing, Doc? Oh, he's disappeared. He's gone. Or I've gone too high up. There's still caves underneath me where things are hiding all the time. And you spend so much time eating in this game. Eat, eat, eat. Faster, faster, faster. Eat faster. Eat faster. Thank you. I got some bread on me. What else? I need to get some food. So I'm going to get some sandwiches and bits and pieces. I'm going to get a food supply. Because we're going on a little adventure. I want to check that Mistcraft is working properly before we go on to the Druid's Tale. Let's get 5 of those. 2 of those. 2 of those. 2 of those. Yeah, that'll do. I want to check that the Mistcraft dimensions are all working properly before we go on to a druid's tale and start working through that. So let's throw some sandwiches in there. Thank you. And in there. Thank you. That's as many as I can get in there. Okay. So there we go. Got 2 bags of food. That's good. Throw all the rest of the stuff away and meet you in the Mistcraft area. Okay then. I'm kind of set. Kind of ready. Got my armor, got my weapons, got my tools, got some cobble, got some bronze to repair this pick because I haven't managed to get auto repair on it yet. A bit of wood, a bit of charcoal, and plenty of food. I should be okay for an adventure. The one final thing before going on a Mistcraft adventure is getting an overworld linking book to bring me back here from there, wherever it may be, whatever it may look like. Earlier on, we were messing about with making ages and trying to get the descriptive book. I made the page, put the leather in there, and nothing came up. No book came up. And it was pointed to me in the comments, awesomely, that we need an age, or we need a name for the book. So we've got to make the book, we've got to name the book first, which was the important thing. So now, with this age 1, I've now bought a one-way ticket through Mistcraft. Awesome. One other thing that I want to do before we go is get a stand for the book. One of these. Simple to make. A couple of sticks and a plank. But I still want to make them. Because I like to hold my... I like to hold them. I like to hold them on a stand somewhere. Just makes it look a little bit neater for us, doesn't it? Just if we put stands everywhere. So I'm going to put a stand there for that one as well. This first book, I'm just going to place on a stand down here. This stand will just literally place the descriptive book into it, like that. So descriptive book, age 1. This could be an absolute disaster. But I need to check that it's working, because Mistcraft is a very important part of a Druid's Tale. The Druid's Tale works around Mistcraft, and travelling between Mistcraft dimensions on new adventures and newer tales and the like, and travelling between his homes. He's got multiple homes on multiple dimensions and things like that. So Mistcraft is a very important tool for a Druid's Tale to work. The other thing is the difficulty level up at the top there from the Apocalypse mod, 13.7 at the minute. I just slept a couple of times because I was tired. So I slept a couple of times and it just increased the difficulty level by a full 1 straight every night that I slept. Quite a big deal, I'm thinking. Although I haven't seen the difficulty of things around the place changing. My problem that I've got to keep in consideration on is that if the difficulty level gets to a certain point where you're basically just going to die all the time, then a Druid's Tale is going to be a short series. So I've got to do a bit of research into the Apocalypse mod and just make sure that a Druid's Tale will work with it in the pack. If it won't work with it in the pack, if there's going to be a limitation to how long the series can run, then I will take it out of Magic Farm and just play Magic Farm without the difficulty level being a factor. We'll see. We'll see. I will do my best to keep everything in as intact as possible to Magic Farm 3 the way Jaded Cat makes it. But I will have to sacrifice things if the Druid's Tale needs be. Right, let's have a look. Right click on the book. Age 1. I click on here to go there. Really double check, make sure that you've got a linking book back to the world. The way we made the linking book was we made made some ink, made a page in here that made the linking book, bound that together. That makes the descriptive book. Put the linking book in your crafting grid, just a leather and a linking page, and then right click it here, and this is the spot that we return to if we follow through this book. Okay, it'll make sense, and if you've watched all the episodes so far, it'll make sense. This is dangerous, I tell you, this is dangerous. Let's go. Okay, it takes a little while to load up the level, the world and all that around me. There we go, we are now arriving. It's still loading the world up. Oh my days, there's a lot of big nasty things around me. They don't appear to be super hostile straight away though. I'm going to get some blocks on the bar so that I can pillar up a bit. Oh, that didn't sound like good. That sounded like a meteorite. Let's put this here. There we go. Alright, so what have we got in this Mystcraft world? Fairly strange looking. There's snow on the ground, so it looks cold. There's a difficulty level 13.8 with a rate of 110%. Wow, okay, so the rate of difficulty goes up faster when I'm in a Mystcraft world. I was kind of worried to see if the Mystcraft ages would change the difficulty level altogether, but it doesn't, so we're okay. Also, in this area, we can see, you can just barely see, that there are lots of different tree types, so there's chances that we're going to find a silverwood tree and nodes and things like that in these areas. There may be sections like that. There's blue grass, though. It's kind of weird. Blue grass and other bits and pieces around. There's some of those from Thorncraft, the cinder pearls or whatever they're called. Cool, okay. I kind of want to just drop down and see what happens. See if they attack me anywhere. I want to run off in a general direction and see what's about. Let's get the map. Let's mark a waypoint on the map. You can see it is crazy. This forest island, cold beach, and outback. So it's a mishmash of 3 biome types all mished together. Cold beach, outback. There's bog as well, and then there's forest islands. And yeah, that looks about like all of it, which is a crazy mix for a world, isn't it? And you can already see there's lots of mobs around me. So let's mark a waypoint there. Waypoint. New. I'll make it home. Save. Close. Okay. So now, do I want? I've got to have to put my book down somewhere. I guess I should do it here at the home portal side of things. Skeleton over there as well. Oh, there's those rock thrower things over there. This is a very hostile place, I tell you. Explosions and things. I kind of want to run around and have a look about, but I think I'd prefer to do it at daytime. This is pretty dark. That's moon's moving. Can you tell if the moon's moving? Can you tell? Yeah, the moon is setting. So we do have a day-night cycle, which is cool. I like the star colours as well, don't I? Yeah, that's cool. Some great woods over there as well. So Thorncraft trees are generating in the world, which is very good, very good. Can't see many botanical flowers. There's some down there. Yeah, there's plenty of botanical flowers. So we've got Botania down here as well. That's cool. Oh, man, those things get so big and hard, so fast and kill you. There's werewolves out there as well now as well. I need it to be a daylight before I go for a run, don't I? I'm going to stand on this nerd pole for a little while longer, and then we'll head out somewhere. Let's just go up one more and bring this out here. And I could potentially make some ladders to get up here, so in a safer place, and then put that book back. Yeah. And this should take me back to the overworld. Right into this room here. Down here. Awesome. It looks like it's a blood red moon over here. Oh man, I've just come back from one place to the next. There are going to be mobs out there forever. Okay. There's Enderman and... oh, my word. So, yeah, fortifying is one of the other things that I wanted to do. Make sure that I fortify the area. I was going to have a quick sleep round here, wasn't I? Fortify the area, make sure I've got a wall around it and everything inside it lit up. And then we've got a place to build bases. Sort of a perimeter of sorts, but not a perimeter of a particular Doc M style of 128 blocks in all directions or something. This would be more of just a perimeter wall around the inner structure. And that's something I want to work on. Wow, this looks weird when you've got it zoomed in like this. So I'll probably have the outer gate over here, come round, across and up here, around this outcropping section and back into this wall, and from this wall come around here. Yeah, I might do that. And I'll probably be working on that for a little while, and I won't be putting out any more Magic Farm 3 episodes. This is the last Magic Farm 3 episode. I thought that was bad then. It's a bit of sugarcane. I thought this was the Magic Farm 3 last episode, and the next time you see this, after a little bit more prep work, a few more weeks maybe, a Druid's Tale come out. Hopefully sooner the better. Sooner the better, everyone will be saying in the comments, I'm sure. But I will have to make sure everything's working properly first. This is still a beta pack. I've got to do a lot of research on the Apocalypse mod to see if we can use it. And if not, I can tweak the pack a little bit for a Druid's Tale, just to make it so that we've got lots of season to look forward to, and a huge Druid's Tale to look forward to. I will see you very soon in another Minecraft video. Whichever one it is you're watching, Terra Firma Punk or Agrarian Skies or New Eriador, carry on watching those. Magic Farm 3 will be back in the form of a Druid's Tale just as soon as it's ready. See you later, guys. Thanks for watching.